Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oxy and today is going to be the last episode of how I lost my mother. If you're new to this series, I have explained that my mom had a cancer and she died from cancer. I have videos explaining the first hospitalization with internal bleeding, second internal bleeding, third internal bleeding, how me and my family found out that she has a cancer the day she died, and how life feels without her, and how you have to get up on your own feet. And in this episode, I'm gonna say last few things that hopefully is gonna help you, because there are few things that help me, and hopefully they also gonna play a role in your own healing. Let us start with the trigger warning. This is the last part, and probably for those of you who is healing from losing a person, maybe you should really watch it, because here I share what helped me and maybe it will help you as well. So if usually I would say that save this video for later, if in the past few months you're lost a person, here I would recommend this to watch, because I'm gonna give tips and also a piece of information that comment section is not available under this video. So I'm leaving the email in the description box so you can reach me out. Let us start with the video. I want to start with the idea that you can't get rid of this pain anyhow. As people usually say in this, that alcohol doesn't help, other things doesn't help, and of course everyone is agree on that, but when you are in this position of pain, you're trying it anyways, and only you realize it with the time that yeah, it doesn't actually help. It might even make you feel worse, because you see it as sort of a painkiller, but in the end of the day, or in the beginning of the day, in the morning, you understand that these emotions and how you feel stays with you, and you can't get rid of this pain. Like, you can't just open your brain and get this thing that hurts and just throw it away. It doesn't work this way, unfortunately, and I wish it did. And also I said it in the last episode about the time, that time doesn't heal. Time as a concept itself doesn't heal anything. It gives you distance, and you decide what to do with this distance. Either heal somehow by going to therapy, or do another thing that you think that will help. But time doesn't heal, as well as you can't get rid of this pain. As a person from the perspective of who went through this 2 years ago, and 2 years I'm living without my mom, I am convinced that time doesn't heal, but pain at some point does go away, if that makes sense. Pain doesn't go away. You admit everything, what happened. You admit that you couldn't help. You admit the fact that you couldn't change anything. You admit the fact that you can't turn the future back, the past back. You admit that, yeah, I did a few things that might not be the best idea at the time, but you couldn't do anything otherwise, and you can't change it right now. Like, it's past, it's already happened. And this process of admitting and giving this a space in yourself, that would make pain feel a bit better. I said that multiple times that I had terrible problems with sleep, and it stays with me till today. And yes, it's getting better, but at the same time, if I'm going back to my hometown, I can't sleep. Like, as simple as it is, circumstances, the things you surrounded with are affecting you in a bad way or in a better way. And with that, a lot of people are coming to melatonin. And the thing with melatonin, is I just want you to be aware that it's a hormone that your body produces. And if you take pills of melatonin on a regular basis, your body is like, so why am I creating this if I can just get it from somewhere else? And that's why the melatonin can give you quite the opposite effect that you expect from falling asleep. You will not be able to fall asleep at all. That's what I went through. I've been taking melatonin for 3 months and it was helping me so good. I was falling asleep like this, and then one day it just stopped working, and that's the reason why I started to search for something else that would help, but not melatonin. It can be helpful for a short amount of time, but do not take it as the pill for like 6 months or something like this. And because I was searching for something else, I was doing my own research on things that can help you fall asleep, and one of these things was magnesium. And I was like, okay, let me try. I went to pharmacy and I remembered the recommendation from the doctor that I have lack of calcium in my body, and I found this supplement, calcium, magnesium plus zinc, and this is something that helps me 100%. It's not the supplement that you can take, or vitamins, on a regular basis as well. It's like a course. It works as a course. You're taking this like till you run out, and then you stop taking them. And then if you feel need to continue doing this after a break, you can also start doing them again. And this is the safer option. Instead of melatonin, take magnesium, because there is different types of magnesium, and also you can do your own research, because one magnesium helps brain work better, some helps to fall asleep and calm down your nerve system. So just be aware in a pharmacy what you're buying, and try different supplements. Maybe go to the doctor to make sure that you actually need it, because I actually did need it, so I took it. And yeah, I just trying to say my experience, what I went through, and what might help you as well. Because I'm talking from my experience, I also can say that a big part of me feeling better and somehow healing was gym and sports in general. I said it in the episode number 8 that I started to go to gym like crazy. I've been spending around 3 hours at the gym almost every day, and it, like, I saw it as a way of 3 hours of thinking nothing, because when you are doing exercises, my brain can't function. Like, I can think of anything. So I saw it as escape of thinking, because when you are in grief, you overthink everything and you go through your memories again, again, and again. So maybe gym or any type of hobby that just stops your thinking process might help. About the therapy, I said it before and I'm gonna repeat myself again, that therapy is something that you should be ready for, because when my mom died, I wasn't ready for therapy. I didn't go to the therapist, I know, for like 3 months, and only in April or something I was like, okay, now I'm ready. And also what I said, and I think that's crucial moment, is that I had my therapist. I've been working with him for the last 2 years, and he knew me as a person, and I didn't have this 2 first sessions of explanations who I am, like blah blah blah. We just came straight to the point. And also finding a therapist is a process that takes time. So I just want you to be I'm trying to protect you somehow, but I don't know how to make it, because I know that searching for a right therapist for yourself, it might be tricky, because some of the therapists are, let's talk honestly, sucks. So it's really hard to find your therapist, and I changed 5 therapists before I found the one therapist that actually helped me a lot. And just because I found them way earlier than all of the things started to happen, I was lucky to have him. And just never give up if you feel like you actually need therapist and you actually need help to understand what's going on here, and somehow connect both of this heart and brain thing. Just never give up on searching on a therapist, and hopefully you will be lucky and you find your therapist. Also, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but my sister, she is a therapist, and maybe she is the therapist for you, so I'm gonna leave her contacts in the description box so you can reach out to her and maybe she will help. She's English speaking as well, so maybe for someone it will help. In episode number 9, I said that I'm gonna talk about this later, and this later came right now. I said there that therapist gave me some tips, and I want to share these tips with you. And it's not tips like a lot of tips, it's just one tip. And I was very skeptical about this because I was like, what the fuck, how it's supposed to help? Like, whatever, I'm not gonna do that. He told me that I should start writing letters to my mother, or just start writing down everything I have in my head, because reason why I can't fall asleep is because I spend 24 hours on my phone, and when I go to bed without my phone, my brain started to process everything, all of the information I receive throughout the day. And the overthinking process is basically the process that of sorting out the information that you received by brain, and that's the reason why you can't fall asleep. So what I did, I stopped using my phone like that much. I even had a huge break from social media. And the second thing, he said that I should write letters to my mother. And I was really skeptical about this because I was like, she can't read it. But you're doing this not for her or for him. You're doing this for yourself. And why is that matters so much is because I felt a lot of guilt. I had this huge guilt that I couldn't make it to New Year's, that I went to Dubai, that I didn't do one thing that I really wanted to do, and she just refused to make it. And I think that it could change the whole situation. And I had this guilt inside of me that were eating me with little spoon day by day. And when I started to write, I wasn't writing like, Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't write there things that I had to say. I literally was writing things like, I don't know what to say. I have this, and this in my mind. And that's it. Period. And then you have this the thought, and you continue with the next thought that you have in your mind. You can say, I don't know what to say. You can write everything what's on your mind, you can write. That doesn't need to be a fully formed letter like we have it in life, that you are writing letter for someone. It's just a letter to make your brain a bit free, and also to let out these emotions. That's how I explain in this. Maybe I'm wrong in here, but it really helped me. Every time I feel something, I'm writing a letter. And I have a thing like this, full of this letters, and that just made my healing process way better. I feel like even therapists didn't help me as much as letters did. I would say, if you would ask me one thing I think that, well, can I speak? If you would ask me, is there one thing that, well, that will make me feel better, I would say write letters. Write letters for yourself. Write letters to your mother. Not to your mother, I'm saying like to my mother. Just write everything down. And also, this is a good way how to solve the problem of overthinking. So yeah. And since we started talking about therapy, there are psychologists and therapists that are allowed to make a prescription for antidepressants and other things. And that was the recommendation from my therapist, to go and visit this person who will give me the prescription for antidepressants. I was like, all right. And I was ignoring this idea. I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm really fine. I'm getting better. For like 3 or 4 months. And then it got worse in one day. I was like, I don't fucking know what to do with that. And because I was in my hometown at the moment, I was like, okay, so there are just a few clinics who has this doctors, and I scheduled it for like April or something, when it was the beginning of March. So when I was like, I'm ready to go and make it right now, and I have to wait for 1 month to get this fucking pill that will make you feel better. I was like, what the hell? That's just ridiculous. But this story is not about it. I went to this doctor and I didn't want to know what diagnosis I have. So I was like, don't tell me. And he gave me the antidepressants, the prescription for antidepressants, and another sort of pills that helps you to fall asleep, because at that time period I couldn't fall asleep at all. And it wasn't the time after death, it was 1.5 years. So it was approximately like this April of 2025. So you see, the problem with sleep didn't go away anyhow. So I went and I bought them, and I didn't drink them. Okay, I still had to admit that, okay, fine, I have to take antidepressant, maybe. I was trying to solve it by doing things that I thought that will help, like waking up earlier, going and cheer myself up with the coffee in the morning, eating only food I like, blah, 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 blah. It didn't help, unfortunately. If your nervous system and your brain comes to the breaking point, they're either a bad scenario, either good scenario, either the safe scenario with pills. And I was like, okay, I'm choosing pills. And I started to take them 2 days before I left Omsk to go to Moscow. When I went to Moscow, for the first time in my life, I had panic attack because of these pills. And I had a huge conversation with my dad, and I was like, okay, halas finito, for fuck's sake, I'm not taking that supplements. And I had to find my way out. So all I'm saying is that antidepressants might not be your way to go as well. It was for me. Like, I tried, it didn't work. And also, antidepressant might fit you from the first take, might not fit you from the first take because of your neurobiology, anything that going on in your body that you have no awareness of. So it's just very personal. So hopefully you understood me right, and all I'm saying is that if you feel need that you can't handle it by yourself, or with the therapist, or a therapist is telling you to go and visit a doctor who will make you a prescription, visit and just try. I didn't make it from the first time, like the same day I visited doctor, the same day I bought pills, I didn't take them. So it takes time. It's different for everyone. So I'm just saying that this option exists, and only you decide if you want it or you don't want it, because yeah. Last recommendation for me, it has nothing to do with self-help, okay? Like, trust me, it does not. But When was that? Like June or something? May. It was May 2025. I had this list on Netflix of shows and films I'm saving for later. And that was the show. I couldn't find anything to watch. I was like, okay, let me go through my list. And I couldn't find anything again. And then I saw the show with one of my favorite actors who is actually a comedian. And I was like, okay, let me try watch it. And I would say that was one of the best shows that opens up the topic of going through loss. That was exactly how I felt. That was like I related to that so badly, I swear. And maybe for those of you who's also like maybe right now in the moment of, okay, I feel better, I'm ready for something, maybe you should watch it. The name of the show is Afterlife. It's very, well, you know, there is the name for food like comforting food. For me, it's kind of a comforting show. It's not like Friends or something, but it still has something in this show, so maybe you also will like it. So if you came here for tips are over. We're done with tips, and now is the moment for me to yap before we finish with this series. So I always had big dreams. I always had a lot of ideas in my mind, and the sunset right now is going, so I'm afraid for the light, but I'm gonna be quick. And I promised my mom a lot of things, and I'm sure I'm gonna achieve everything I want and I'm aiming for. And I can't say that because of her death now I kind of don't have another option but achieve it. But also in every step I make, I do the reminder of my mother, like, yeah, I'm doing this for her as well. Because there is a song in Russia of Basta, the name of this Sansara, and they say that when I'm gonna be gone, my light will be continued in my kids. And this is kind of what I think is happening, because I'm motivated to do my best to make her proud, because she doesn't have the ability to be with me, support me, and I want to make her proud even with these circumstances. And also, I also had a script today, and it helped me as well. And I'm so happy I made this series, and it was crucial for me to make them in 2025. I wanted to release them in 2025, and 2026 I want to have a fresh start without having doubts of if I should talk about this on the channel, if I should make people know. If I feel bad, I just want to make videos because I don't want to explain, and blah blah blah. And I'm really proud of myself for making this, and hopefully my mom is proud, because yeah. And I'm wearing a dress today because my mom really liked me in dress, seeing me in dresses. I'm not saying that she didn't like me at other clothes at any conditions. She loved me unconditionally. But I really hope this video will be found by a person who needs this. And you can always reach me out on email. I'm leaving in the description box. And for all the respect, comment section is not available. So if you have anything to say, reach out to me with the email. And I want to thank everyone who did watch all of the 10 episodes. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Hope you're well.